Hi, I'm your sales director, Cindy Gobreck, and I'm just wanting to give you a few pointers right now. I know we've got some new challenges as Mary Kay Beauty consultants because we can't really do our business in person right now while we're all on a lockdown. And so I'm just wanting to give you some ideas on how to be successful during this time. I do want to remind you that our products are considered to be an essential to most people in America. So you're not going to lose sales because of what's going on. It's also a great opportunity to team build because over 3 million people are unemployed temporarily, and so selling Mary Kay products is a great source of income for these people. So if you know of any of your customers that are in that situation, it might be a good time to revisit the career opportunity for them. I would be happy to do a Zoom call with them, phone call, whatever you like, and I can share some of the information. But I do want you to be aware that the cosmetics industry is recession proof. In fact, an indicator of a recession is an increase in lipstick sales. So I'm not sure if you were aware of that. That is because people can no longer afford big ticket items, but there is a cheap thrill in being able to buy yourself a new lipstick. So just be aware of that hard times are not necessarily hard for us in Mary Kay. If you just keep doing what you do and keep your head on and just keep reaching out to people about our products and services. Also important to note is that cosmetics is one of only 3 industries that made money during the Depression. The other 2 were tobacco and liquor, alcohol. So that's something to keep in mind as well, that you really are at the right place at the right time because we have a product that is considered an essential. So I just want to give you a few pointers about how to run your business now. One thing I would recommend is that you just personally reach out, especially to your senior elderly customers. Make sure they're okay. Make sure they're getting their essential needs met in terms of shopping, groceries, whatever they may need. Maybe if you can give them a ride to the bank or whatever. I know we probably won't be able to do that. Probably won't be able to take them anywhere, but you might be able to, if they need cash or something, have them leave you a check under their doormat. You go cash the check, bring them back the cash, something like that. There's things that we can do. I have found a few of the faith-based organizations in the area that are giving away food. I wasn't sure what the situation would be. I did hear that because I had stocked up, and so for 2 weeks I really didn't leave the house, and I had heard that the grocery shelves were getting empty. And so I thought, well, just to be safe, let me go to get some food from some of these food sources. I got so much food that I actually ended up sharing it with 7 of my other friends that are senior age. A couple of them were housebound. They don't drive, so they couldn't even get out to go to the stores. One of my friends, rides the bus everywhere, and she would ride the bus, which takes a long time, go to the store, and couldn't even get the things that she needed because they were out. So in any case, that's the first step in being successful in your business is just reach out, find out what their needs are. let them know you care about them as a person. I have really built a strong customer base over the years. I've moved around the country, and yet my customers stay loyal to me because I put the relationship before the money. I remember in one of our training um, with Mary Kay, she always said, don't go out with dollar signs in your eyes. Go out to make women look and feel better about themselves. So don't go out to make money. Don't go out to sell cosmetics. Go out to minister to people. And when you minister to people, you build a bond, and that bond makes your customers loyal to you no matter what. And like I said, I've moved around the country. My customers on the East Coast are still loyal to me. My customers in Northern California are still loyal to me because I put relationship before money in all my dealings with them. So that's number one: care, reach out, and if you do any kind of correspondence with your customers, your first question is, I'm checking on you. How can I help you? I've also let my customers know, because they are all over the country, that I have resources available to them, because I have friends all over the country too. So if they did have a need, I couldn't physically help them with it, but I could refer them. I could find somebody that could help them. Okay, and then the second thing is, if you haven't already, I would create an email group for your customers. I know that Mary Kay has that for us, but it's a little bit clunky. It also, because once they're on the mailing program with Mary Kay, I feel sometimes they get too much in the email from Mary Kay Corporate, and you've probably found a lot of your customers have opted out of Mary Kay's program. So what I have done is I've created my own separate group in my Google Gmail account of my customers, and I utilize that. Be careful with that, because if you send more than 500 emails in a day, you'll be flagged as spam and sort of put on timeout. And all those emails, by the way, will bounce back to you. So watch your numbers on that. Like for instance, I'll email my customers maybe one day, and then email my consultants another day, just so that I'm not going over those numbers that get you marked as spam. Some servers, like Yahoo, for instance, I don't know, always blocks all my emails. So I don't know how to get around that. The other thing that I might suggest, if you do have a really large customer base, is to utilize MailChimp. It's a free service. It's a little complicated, but if you play around with it, you should be able to get it working. You can send out emails there. You download pictures to it. And any of these things I'm sharing with you, if you want personal training on it, let me know and I can help you, because it's kind of the kind of thing where you're going to have somebody walk you through it. I can't really do a Zoom call on it, but if you personally want more information and want my assistance, I can help you with that. The other thing that I would recommend is that you get a private Facebook page. I know Mary Kay has recommended get a personal business page. They also offer to post things for you, but the problem with a business page is you've got to get people to like it. You've got to get people to set their settings so that they'll receive notifications of your post, or that they'll get your post first. Otherwise, your posts just get buried and they'll never see it. So you can create a private Facebook page, and then you invite from your friends on Facebook, invite them to join your page. And I call mine my VIP page, because one thing to be careful of with Mary Kay is you don't want to, you're not allowed to advertise sales and whatnot on your regular personal page with Mary Kay, with Facebook, because then it's considered competing with your fellow consultants. It's also a violation with Facebook because Facebook does not want you conducting business on your personal page. So if you are posting a lot of Mary Kay on your personal page, you can get in trouble. You can get put on a timeout. So I always just make sure that I'm interspersing enough personal stuff, or if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you'll see with the crisis we're in, I'm posting a lot of news articles that with information that's not really making it to the regular media that I think is informative, especially some information from other countries. So you might want to follow me there. The other thing I would recommend is if you're not using Instagram, get on Instagram. It's also a great way to promote your business and promote yourself. Also on Instagram, you can it's a little bit more user friendly to create a business page with Instagram. I personally haven't done that. I'm just utilizing my personal page. I'm not creating a business page with Instagram, but especially for the younger demographics, millennials, etc., they really like Instagram. And it's more of a fun venue, I think. So what I do a lot is I post things on Instagram, and then the things I post on Instagram go onto my Facebook page too. So that's kind of a way, that's a time saver. Twitter, I like Twitter. I do a lot of promoting my books as well on Twitter. So kind of my other interests, political interests and whatnot, but it can be a source of business for you as well. So really, I guess if you want a point that I'm making, the point I'm making is now's the time to ramp up your social media presence in any way you can, because people are housebound, people are bored, they're on the internet, and this is an opportunity for you to grow your business. You can grow your business online. Texts are good as well. I don't like to do group texts to my customers. I know you can do that with Mary Kay, but again, it's a little complicated because they don't really have it delineated what are mobile numbers, what are not mobile numbers. I don't know. I have a hard time using that program. I will say one thing I have done is, for instance, if I've done a vendor fair and I've gotten a bunch of names from that, I create a separate group for that vendor fair and send out emails or texts through that. So that's something you can do as you're adding the names into your Mary Kay My Customer Plus. You can designate what group they're in. And so like I've got these groups from different vendor fairs. So that is beneficial. But again, it's a little complicated with the Mary Kay. And you can do the same thing with Google. You could create a separate group for everybody whose name and email you got at the vendor fair and just contact them that way. So I do have some customers that don't have email. So those I will text. If I'm having a sale, for instance, I'll text them a picture of my sale. I also, of course, those that don't have email, don't text, I call them. It's a good time. Again, back to the phone calls. I guess one of my greatest frustrations, I'm having been in Mary Kay as long as I have, 33 years now, is just that how hard it is to really connect with people. It used to be everybody answered their phone. It used to be if you left a message, everybody returned your call. And now it's really text. Everybody wants to text, but even sometimes that is not very effective. So this whole lockdown situation, because people are bored, I'm finding more people are answering their phone. They're not just letting it go to voicemail. And I'm having some nice, meaningful conversations with people too. So it's a bit old school. If you're not used to old school, it's time to get back to that, because again, it's an opportunity to really strengthen our relationships with people. And one of the things I've always said is the strength of your business is as strong as the relationships you built. So let's really get back to that. You know, Mary Kay as a company is all about relationship marketing. So that is really what you want to be about. You know, lead with your heart. Okay, and then just some things that you might want to do. For one thing, a fundraiser is a good thing. I did a fundraiser for one of our local hospitals because they're needing extra funds for extra equipment that is needed. I know some people are doing fundraisers for health professionals. So they're asking their customers, their Facebook friends, tell me somebody in the medical industry that I can bless. And then they're doing a buy one, give one sale. So, in other words, whoever buys a satin hand set, then you as a beauty consultant will give a satin hand set to a health professional. So that's nice if you can do that. It's, you know, it's obviously a zero profit situation, but well, you know, when you give, you get, and people will, I'm sure, order other things from you too as well when they participate in that. So keep that in mind as well. And then, you know, offer a sale. You know, you might offer a stock up sale because everybody's stocking up at the grocery store. So why not stock up with their Mary Kay too? You could do just a flat discount. You can do buy one, get one half price, buy two, get one free. There's a lot of different things. And if you're on my Facebook page, which I would recommend, get on my Facebook page for our unit, or just add me as a friend on Facebook, and then I will invite you to be in our group. I post ideas almost daily, sales ideas. All you have to do is download the picture, and then you can email it out, you can text it to your customers, whatever. So it just makes it really painless. The other thing that you can do right now is a Facebook party. Again, that is something I have in our files. If you go to our files on our unit Facebook page, it has everything you need. It has the scripts, it has even live videos that you can attach to your Facebook party. You do how to create the event, everything you need to know is right there. And you could generate a lot of sales by doing Facebook parties. And you can also enroll your customers, offer some kind of a hostess credit if they host a Facebook party. And this is nothing new. People have been doing Facebook parties for a long time, but we're kind of in this situation now where that's our only opportunity to do a party. You could do a Zoom call party as well. And you could, one idea is to mail individual packets to the guests with some samples in them. You could do everybody applying the product via Zoom, and that would be also kind of a fun thing to do. And again, people are looking for something to do to entertain themselves, so it's a great way to do that. And then in terms of how to get products to your customers, I have my cleaning gloves and I have a mask that I wear anytime I'm around my product. My product is in a separate room. Nobody goes in there. I only go in there if I need product, and then I'm gloved and masked. Do something similar just for your customer protection, because we just don't know enough about this virus. And people that don't have any symptoms could be contagious. Um, you know, I read an article today that it's possible that this has been floating around California, and that's why our numbers aren't very high right now, is that we've already been dealing with it here in California because we have so much uh, association with China. A lot of people traveling back and forth into California from China that, and we did have a really bad flu season, but it wasn't identified as COVID yet. So it's possible, you don't know if you're around it, or even if you've had it, but somehow the virus got on you at the grocery store or whatever. You just want to be super careful with your products. And then what I do is I have them, my customers can come by my house, pick it up. I have it on the doorstep. And again, I've taken it out there in my gloves with my mask on. And then they can just leave their money under the doorstep. So I have them do that. I also have a mailing system, which I really highly recommend. It's called pirateship.com. And I can I can just leave the packages outside my door for the mailman to pick up. I don't have to wait in the long lines at the post office. I was at the post office the other day, and everybody was, 6 feet apart on a long line that like wrapped around the building practically. It was a very long line. If you have Pirate Ship, you print your label, and then you just drop it off in one of the bins at the post office. So it's super easy. And it's also a lot less expensive, because if you're going to use the customer delivery service and have Mary Kay ship it, minimum is $6.95. And cosmetics are very lightweight. I can mail things as inexpensively as $2.47 with Pirate Ship. I can also, and then I just buy my envelopes. I get these at Walmart, so there's no run on envelopes at Walmart, just toilet paper. So you can get those, and I have a scale. It's a food scale is what I use to weigh my packages. So that saved me money, saved me time. And during this time, I don't even have to leave the house if I can just leave it out for the letter carrier. The other thing you can do with the Postal Service, I like the flat rate priority envelopes. And this is what they look like. Flat rate padded envelopes. And you can go onto USPS.com and they will ship as many as you want free to you. So I have a stash of these. If it's over a pound, it's usually cheaper to go ahead and use one of these. I can even get a Time-Wise Repair, a whole Time-Wise Repair set in one of these. And then it's $7.55 with Pirate Ship. It's more at the post office, but if you have Pirate Ship, it's $7.55 to mail that. Okay. And there was something else I wanted to talk about, but it's leaving me right now. Okay, so those are a lot of ideas on how to promote your business, generate business during this time. And just, keep building relationships is really the best thing, I would say. And again, just get in contact with your customers, find out what their needs are, see how you can help them. How can you minister to them? Sometimes it's just be willing to talk to people. Everybody's stressing out. They just want a voice. They want to hear from somebody. They want to talk. So be willing. Slow down. Now, before all this, we were rushing. We would rush our conversations. We rush. And now's the time to just take time, listen to people, talk to them, have a 2-hour conversation, whatever. You don't got anywhere to go. You don't have anything to do. So use this as an opportunity to strengthen those relationships and just be a caring voice to those that you know. So anyway, I hope that helps you, and I'm here for you too. So let me know how I can help you, what obstacles and issues you may have in your life, and I will certainly do everything in my power to help you. All right, God bless. Take care.